I apologize. I forgot to hit the recording to start.
Okay. So for the Reiki session, you would lay on your back and the practitioner would do 5 head positions and then lay hands on each chakra. So if you know the chakras, you're ahead of the game. Learning them is fun and could be easy. You could even just get a chakra chart for free online and follow that. And the pictures are pretty good in the manual. And then the practitioner would touch the joints and let the energy come through each time. Some positions would be held longer if there's areas that need more energy balancing. And then you turn over and the person would do the back of the chakras, back of the joints, if they're an advanced practitioner, they would do a massage down the spine and legs to increase circulation and release negativity. And then you would turn over one more time and the practitioner would clear the aura, would move through the aura to see if you need any more healing in any areas for the day. And that would end the session. It could be 45 minutes, an hour, maybe a half hour. If you with a Reiki master, it can channel more energy faster. And you would feel like you just had a real deep massage when you try to get up, if you can get up, because you'd be so relaxed and happy. And the idea is to release the past. So every time you have a healing session, it's like clinical therapy. You release the past. You peel the onion till you get to the cause of your issue. So sometimes it feels like you had a really wonderful healing, something really big happened because it was a physical change. Sometimes you just feel happier. You look outside, the grass is greener. What's going on? And that it would be a mental and emotional healing. So we never know exactly what will happen, but something good always happens on some level. And then if you're on a spiritual journey, it helps you with that too. It could be used for spiritual journey. Many people do that just to grow more closer to that, to the divine light. So that was a brief description. I hope it was helpful. So it would be like a massage, but less manipulation, very gentle touching, according to the practitioner. So it balances the endocrine system. It goes exactly where it's needed. And the body never lies. So if your practitioner lays hands on you, you might feel the energy somewhere else in your body because that's where it's needed. So it balances your chakras and the endocrine system. It aligns the immune system to heal you. It clears blocks in that department, sometimes relieving pain and clears toxins, enhances personal awareness and releases blocked or suppressed feelings. Some people report they get more psychic, more intuitive because they're using the sixth sense as they do the healing. And also some people would cry. Crying is pretty almost part of a session usually because you're releasing, the past and you're like, oh man, I haven't thought of that for a while. And boom, it starts. So, but that we're happy if that happens because it's a release. Definitely doing Reiki aids in meditation and positive thinking. Because as you do the Reiki, you're paying attention to your hands only. You're not allowing life in. It's all about Reiki for as long as you can do it, maintain the thoughts, and it gives you peace. And it also affects you the same way a very good meditation would, rejuvenating your cells, clearing the way for more self-healing and rejuvenation. So you could have read this manual and you could think you could do Reiki, but you can't. You can't call it Reiki. You could probably do Reiki. You could do all the things. But the difference between Reiki and other modalities is the initiation. And a couple of you had the initiations already. And they're kind of fun. They're kind of healing in and of themselves. And we're going to do that on the screen. We'll do a meditation and there's 4 initiations. So it's going to be a little bit long. That's why I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these pages. Just to know that there's precepts to Reiki. It's the Reiki session will work anyway, but for it to be even more powerful, you must ask for a healing and there should be an exchange of energy. Some sort of bartering is fine. So there are 4 levels to Reiki in the United States right now. That's the general popular way of teaching it. So you're learning level 1 for self-healing. And one of the something that's interesting to incorporate in your life is the Gokai, or the principles of Reiki, that were given to Dr. Usui. Is the founder of Reiki, and he was teaching Reiki in Japan in 1922. And when his students asked him, how do we act? How do we think as a Reiki person? You know, we're different from others. And he said, just for today, do not be angry. Just for today, do not worry. Just for today, be grateful. Work hard today on your meditation practice and Reiki, and be kind to all living things. And so if you ever wonder how to be in the world and you forget, if you read this list, it'll help you decide how to respond or how to react if possible. And Reiki helps you. It helps you release the cause of anger, and it helps you control your thoughts so that you're not in a state of worry for too long, you know. Just by doing the self-healing positions and really concentrating on what your hands are feeling, you won't be worrying for that amount of time. So any questions so far? Okay. Brief history, because I know you can read this later. Dr. Usui was, he had a lot of jobs, if you read this, and he had a lot of interest in helping people. Mostly, that's what he loved. And so while he was trying out all these other jobs, he was devoted lay monk, a 10-day Buddhist monk. And he would practice meditation and fasting for 21 days often. It was his way of life. And towards the end of his life, he started to get messages during his 21-day fasting up on Mount Kurama in Japan. And his messages were to create a healing system called Usui Reiki Ryoho Gokai. That was his system of Reiki. And so he brought together a little bit of all the holistic practices that were around him. Massage, chiropractic, Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, pranic healing were some of the things that I believe he brought into this. So there's a little bit of all of it in Reiki. And he also brought into it symbols from the cultures that surrounded him. He was guided to do this, to include the Tibetan symbols, the Buddhic seed symbols, kanji, Sanskrit from India. And the practitioners who are on the master level use all of those symbols to help others. And they are used in the initiation. So today you will be initiated with Chokure, which is a Sanskrit symbol that will help you. It'll help you align with the energy so that you can channel it for yourself. And finally, he was stuck. He didn't know what to do. He had all the tools. He had everything ready to go. And he's like, well, what's next? So he did what he always did. He fasted and meditated for 21 days, went up on the mountain. And his students say that he experienced enlightenment that day. Shunyata. And during that experience that he understood how to initiate people with Reiki, how to teach people to become teachers, how to teach people to become healers so that he could pass it on. And that's exactly what he started doing. And so he opened his first clinic in April 1922 in Tokyo. It was very popular. People enjoyed it. If you want to get even more details about this, you can get the original Reiki handbook of Dr. Mikao Usui by Frank Arjava Petter. So that's on page 9 if you ever want to look it up and purchase that. And so people were getting better, and he was excited to share the Reiki. But really, it got popular in 1923 when the earthquake shook Yokohama and Tokyo, and 140,000 deaths or people were involved, and no one could do anything. It was so devastating, you know. Just imagine it if it happened to us. But the Reiki people could do something, and they went out and they tried to help and heal and be involved. So more people wanted Reiki, and he opened 3 or 4, on his way to do the 5th school by 1926, 4 years later, when he passed. He went into transition himself at age 62. And so his mission was obviously to bring Reiki to this world. At the time that he passed, there were a couple of thousand people doing Reiki and 15 or 17 Reiki masters. But now we have billions of people doing Reiki and millions of Reiki masters all over the world. So Reiki became important and survived. It's in schools, it's in universities. Nurses, massage therapists, and body workers can get extra credit units towards their licenses in most of the states. Isn't that amazing? I just can't even believe that could happen with one little guy wanting to invent a system that would help people. And he actually is still helping people just by being alive. Isn't it amazing? So that's the brief synopsis of it, because I want to do a meditation and initiation. I just want to see where I'm going to. I think I'll go to the pictures when we come back. Let me just get my thing here. So if anybody needs to take a break, like a bathroom break or something like that, it would be a good idea to do that now, and then you'll be all set to begin the meditation. Because it will be about a half hour. I don't think anyone's leaving. I can't tell with the dark screens, girls. Let me know. Nicole, are you here? Linda and Debbie.
I'm here. Nicole is here. Nicole is here.
Okay. Nicole is here.
Debbie's here.
And Linda. Okay. So everyone's ready to do a meditation now? Okay. So I'm going to lead a meditation. Maybe you could, it's up to you if you want to mute yourself. Let's see if I can play music. Is that volume okay for everyone? Okay. So just close your eyes. Oh, does anyone not know how to do guided imagery? Everybody does. Okay. So just close your eyes. Become aware of your breath. As you breathe in peace and joy. And exhale any worries, any negative thoughts. And breathe in love and healing energy. And allow yourself to just let go. Just for a moment. And up above your head is a beautiful star of green light, Reiki energy. You could feel the energy as you focus on it with your mind's eye, and the star grows brighter and brighter, larger and larger, more and more powerful. Universal life force energy, divine light. You can feel the star descending now, slowly surrounding you in the green light. Your crown chakra opens as the light descends, surrounding your third eye chakra. Your mind fills with peace and tranquility. And the star descends, you could feel it all around your throat chakra now. Releasing pain from your neck, opening your throat, rejuvenating your thyroid. Feel the energy descending now, surrounding your heart chakra, embracing your heart chakra in every direction, opening your heart, ready to give and receive love, ready to receive healing energy. And feel the star descend now, surrounding your solar plexus. You feel powerful and strong once more as the beautiful green star descends, surrounding your sacral chakra. Your ability to manifest and create your life is returned to you. And suddenly you're totally surrounded in Reiki energy. You could feel your root chakra respond as you receive magnificent nurturing energy from Mother Earth. It fills you with light, totally surrounded in green light. The light grows brighter and brighter, and all you can see is the green energy now, the Reiki energy. You pause for a moment to breathe in this magnificent light and feel it go directly to the place that needs healing. And the light goes deeper and deeper to the core issue, going even deeper now. And that's when you realize you've been drifting through space and time, drifting through the continuum. Mother Earth has disappeared behind you as you drift through the Milky Way, past familiar planets here and there, so magnificent. Moving through familiar constellations, your favorite ones perhaps, as you drift through the magnificent stars, some so large they shine like diamonds, and others barely visible as you drift deeper and deeper. Past the Milky Way, to the black velvety void up ahead, the place of manifestation and creation, the place of pure potentiality, a place of profound healing. You enter the void now and feel the sense of peace filling you. Take a moment here and make a list of that which you would like to manifest today into your life. So just make that mental list now, planting each seed here in the field of infinite possibilities. And just let go with total faith and bliss. You drift deeper and deeper to the blue light up ahead that grows brighter. With a flash, you enter the light, and when your eyes focus once more, you're drifting through the most beautiful blue sky you've ever seen. Pure white fluffy clouds here and there. The air is so clean, it heals you with every breath. You feel rejuvenated already as you soar through the air, enjoying the freedom of flying. You dive through the floor of clouds below you, almost into the turquoise ocean. As you gently fly above the surface, breathing in the salty air, admiring the clean, clear water below you. Healthy coral reefs are everywhere. Beautifully colored fish shimmer and shine below the surface. Schools of fish appear and disappear. Your dolphin friend leaps up out of the water to greet you, and somehow you find yourself racing them around the crystal mountain until they bring you to a pure white sandy beach and disappear below the surface. Your beautiful green star gently descends and perfectly lands in the pure white sandy beach. The sand so fine it sits between your toes easily as it warms your bare feet. The green star lifts from you and disappears into the cobalt blue sky. And for a moment you pause to allow the golden light from the sun shine safe rays of energy washing over you, clearing you of any misqualified energies entering you, to clear within you anybody's thought forms or anybody's negativity, misqualified energies from others that you may be carrying around. Wash away. And suddenly you feel lighter already. You start to remember who you truly are. The gentle breeze from the ocean moves through your hair. It's salty yet sweet from flowers blooming and blossoming somewhere. You gaze at the beautiful turquoise ocean where the reflection of the sun floats on the surface gently, like freshly poured golden paint, relaxing you even deeper now. You turn suddenly to see a crystal mountain with waterfalls so magnificent and a garden that's blooming and blossoming before your eyes. You walk through long blades of bright green grass that tickle your ankles, careful to step over blooming and blossoming herbs and flowers. And crystals are everywhere, every color, shape, and size. And you find a crystal boulder to rest upon as you sit comfortably here, listening to the sound of the ocean, breathing in the scents that soothe and heal you, admiring the waterfalls so close by. You could feel the cool mists from time to time. And suddenly you feel the energy of unconditional love and wisdom growing stronger and stronger, a sacred energy, a powerful one. And you wait, feeling more and more comfortable. And out from behind the most beautiful waterfall of all arrives your Reiki guides, smiling and waving. Their eyes shine with love, compassion, and admiration for you. And their smiles are so familiar. It was easy for you to leap to your feet and embrace them all at once in unconditional love, just like children would. So happy to be together here today. They dress you in a beautiful robe, just like theirs. And together you all sit and gather around the crystal boulder, just to take a few moments now to visit with your guides, asking questions, those questions you've been carrying around lately. If you haven't got questions, just listen to the messages that are sent to you for your highest good only.
Richie Roberti.
And I'll come,
Richard Roberti.
and I'll come back for you in a moment or two. And you thank your guides for coming. They take your hands and you walk together through the beautiful garden, enjoying the aroma of the flowers and herbs and salty air, hearing the sounds of birds singing somewhere in the distance. Tall trees moving in the breeze sound like chimes in the distance also. And you walk up the side of the mountain as if steps were carved into it just for you. As you arrive on this first level, you see a magnificent ancient one, a master, a goddess, resting in prayer position on the prayer bench provided. You arrive with your guides, and suddenly this sacred being leaps to the feet, smiles the proudest smile that the finest great grandparent would smile, gazing at you with unconditional love, welcoming you here today for Shoden, the beginning teachings, Reiki 1. You embrace the ancient one and you feel the healing energy, filling those spaces that need unconditional love and healing light. The ancient one offers you this bench and you sit in prayer position or gasho. The ancient one touches your cheek lovingly, smiles, proud smile once more, and steps behind you. You could feel the energy As the Ancient One whispers messages in your left ear, listen. And the 4 attunements to Reiki 1 begin. You could feel the energy growing stronger and stronger as the Ancient One forms the symbol over your crown chakra, reaching over you, retrieves your folded hands, lifts them up over your head, and exhales into your crown and palms, the golden breath of initiation, returning you to prayer position. The Ancient One walks past your right shoulder, stands before you, forming symbol on your third eye chakra, and your throat chakra, your heart chakra, retrieving your right hand, forming the symbol in your hand, tapping it in, placing it on the opposite shoulder, retrieve the left hand, forming the symbol in your left hand, tapping it in, placing it on each shoulder. You could feel the energy begin to activate in the palms of your hands as the Ancient One steps behind you. You could hear the breathing of the breath of initiation as the Ancient One forms the symbol over your crown chakra, reaches over you to retrieve your hands, pulling them up over your head, exhaling into your palms and crown, the golden breath of initiation. You return to prayer position as the Ancient One walks in front of you, forming chokore, chokore, chokore over your third eye, chokore, chokore, chokore over your throat, chokore, chokore, chokore over your heart, retrieving your right hand, forming chokore, chokore, chokore into your palm, placing your hand on the opposite shoulder, forming chokore, chokore, chokore in your left palm, tapping it in, placing both hands on opposite shoulders. Your hands vibrate with energy even more powerfully as the Ancient One walks past your left shoulder and stands behind you for the third attunement. You can hear the breathing and feel the building of the energy as the Ancient One forms chokore, chokore, chokore over your crown chakra, retrieving your hands from in front of you, pulling them up over your crown, exhaling into your crown and palms, the golden breath of initiation. Your hands ignite with energy as you sit in prayer position. The Ancient One walks past your right shoulder and stands in front of you, forming chokore, chokore, chokore on your third eye chakra, chokore, chokore on your throat chakra, chokore, chokore, chokore on your heart chakra, retrieving your right hand, forming the symbol in your palm, chokore, 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 tapping it in, placing it on your opposite shoulder, retrieves your left palm, drawing chokore, chokore, chokore into your left palm, tapping it in, placing both hands on opposite shoulders. You could feel the energy moving through you even more powerfully now. As the Ancient One walks past your left shoulder and stands behind you, performs the 3 kidney breaths, 1 fire breath, holding breath, forming chokore, chokore, chokore over your crown chakra, retrieving your folded hands, exhaling into your palms, the golden breath of initiation. Your hands ignite with energy. Your crown opens, ready to receive the light as you sit in prayer position. The Ancient One walks past your right shoulder and stands before you, forming chokore, chokore, chokore over your third eye chakra, touching you. Your third eye chakra opens, forming chokore, chokore, chokore over your throat chakra. You connect with guides, angels, and spirit, divine ones. You can feel them all around you, supporting your journey. Forming chokore, chokore, chokore over your heart chakra. Your heart resonates in rapport with healing energy. You could feel the healing energy enter you. You can feel your arms and hands vibrate with this energy. As the Ancient One retrieves your right palm, drawing chokore, chokore, chokore into your right palm, activating it, the energy moves through you, forming chokore, chokore, chokore in your left palm, activating it. Feel the energy moving through both hands as they're placed on opposite shoulders. You can smell the scent of sweet oils now as the Ancient One stands before you, drawing the sacred symbol on your third eye chakra, clearing your mind. Peace fills you, connecting you with the divine ones. The Ancient One lifts your occipital ridge, visualizing the Om and chanting it 3 times silently. Om, 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 sealing in the initiation. Reiki 1 practitioner, Shoden. Your guides gather around you, embracing you in celebration. The Ancient One smiles knowingly, shape shifts, becomes the green star of light that brought you here and surrounds you and your guides in the green star of energy. And all you can see is the Reiki energy. The crystal mountain has disappeared, and you get the sense of drifting back through the cobalt blue sky, back through the black velvety void of pure potentiality, back through the Milky Way, through shining stars in every direction, back past familiar constellations, familiar planets here and there, as you drift back to Mother Earth that grows larger and larger, as you drift back to the room you started from, where you gently land, and you can feel the cushions under your body and the floor under your feet. You can feel your Reiki guides all around you, there to help you, guide you, heal you, and work with you, through you. The green energy that enters you through your heart chakra, filling you with the energy of that sacred being who will continue to heal you and work with you and guide you. From this day forward, you're never alone. The walls and ceiling and floor return to normal. And you send energy through the soles of your feet to the center of the earth, grounding you and bringing you back. And when you're ready, you can move your hands and feet to bring yourself back. And when you're finally ready, you can open your eyes and just come back to the screen and unmute yourself if you would like to share your experience with me. So Susan, you're the only one who unmuted themselves. So how did you do?
Really? Oh, so I'm on the spot. Hey, come on,
Maybe they're
everybody.
trying to figure it out. I hope.
Yeah.
So how did you do, Susan? You want to share anything?
No, I enjoyed it, but I played some music myself because I couldn't hear your music.
I didn't play music.
Oh, you didn't? So I played some
I
music.
turned it off. I felt it was annoying people.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't see very much. I followed along and I didn't fall asleep, so that's good.
Oh, that's good. And falling asleep would have been fine as long as you enjoyed it. It's just to relax you and give you some peace.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for sharing that. And Christy, do you want to share your experience? The real Christy, the original form.
The OG. It was deeply relaxing for me, and
Oh, good.
I have a pretty good imagination, so I was able to envision a lot of what you were saying, and I was even moving along with when you were describing
yeah,
putting
that's
the hands above the head and crossing over. So it was just like I naturally started doing that as well. It was really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else want to share anything? Because you don't have to. Okay. And welcome to Ilana B, who showed up just in time to do the meditation. That was perfect timing. She might be psychic, right? She can do that. So I thought it would be a good idea, if nobody wants to share, of course, to go through the let me just find my manual again. Where would I put it? Oh, there it is. We can now, as soon as I figure this out, go through the self-healing positions. Okay. I think I lost that picture. Okay, here it is. So, if you would look online for self-healing positions, Reiki, you might get a whole different set of positions, but it's not, the positions aren't important. It's just they usually correspond to the chakras. So if we give you the positions, then you'll probably do them. That's the theory behind giving you these pictures to look at. And it's much easier to look at pictures than to read when you're exhausted from any kind of treatment or whatever you're going through, So having the pictures would help you to follow through with working on yourself. The most important position of all is the area that needs healing. So if you only have the strength for one position, do that. And that can be your healing for the morning, because your homework assignment is doing self-healing 3 times a day. When you wake up in the morning, it could be any time, it could be 3 a.m., whatever time that is. And you, maybe if you do wake up in the middle of the night and you want to do something to help yourself sleep, doing this self-healing process might help you go back to sleep. If you're getting up early and you're happy to, but you push the snooze button and do your self-healing anytime you wake up, that would be a wonderful way to start the day, or to try it if you want to. And then at night before bed, when you get into bed, you can start doing self-healing. And if you fall asleep, even better, because that will create peace for you too. And then sometime during the day. But if you want to, you could do it many times. It's up to you. I would advise at least 3 a day. But if you're too tired, one position 3 times a day could be enough too.
And Lori, how long do you recommend doing those sessions?
Not more than 20 minutes, but 1 minute is better than 0 minutes. So it's really very lenient. It's really up to the person, and you don't have to do all of them, because looking at this now is going to be overwhelming. It's too many things, but you might enjoy
You mean
it.
20 minutes total? No,
Yes.
not, you don't do 20 minutes for each.
Oh, no, just 2.5 to 3 minutes a position should be enough. But if there's an area that's really calling to you, stay there. If you don't feel any energy within a couple of minutes, move on to the next position. So we would start with this position only because this manual says to, but other manuals might start differently. So you could take a moment to say a prayer, or just say, I'm a clear channel of the Reiki energy. If you're religious and you want to say a religious thing, you can. Or you could say, God, hello, could you help me? And any intention at all that you would like to say to start the session would be good. And then you can begin with here they begin with the third eye. So don't touch your eyes, it's too distracting. So maybe you could touch your forehead and hover over your eyes. Some of you will feel energy in your face. Some will feel energy in your hand and be confused, but anywhere you feel the energy, focus on that. And when the energy calms down and when you become bored with this position, move to the next one, just so I know you felt something. And if I can't see you, that's okay. I have enough people here. So we're going to start with the first position. You might feel tingly, you might feel heat or coldness, a pulling, you might feel a pushing. When that feeling goes away, move to the crown chakra. And we'll meet you there. Everyone will meet at the crown chakra when you're ready. So Karen, you moved pretty quickly. What did you feel? So you're muted still. You're still muted. I was trying to read your lips, but I can't
Okay.
do it.
I felt I felt some tingling in my fingertips.
Oh, awesome. And then maybe it stopped and you went up here.
Yeah.
Great. And let's see who else. How about you, Susan? Can you describe what you felt?
No, it just felt nice and warm. I have a lot of problems with my sinus and my lymph. So I've haven't, so, and I do have lymphatic disease. So I'm just like, okay, help me. But
Awesome. So
now
something
for the,
happened. Yeah.
now this, which says head two says wrists together, but I don't see the wrists are not together. It looks like, wait, is it this, it says,
They mean just ignore what they wrote. Just
yeah, no, I mean, your left hand palms over the temples there, right?
yeah.
That's
Perfect.
what,
I guess they meant together doing the same thing on both sides.
oh, right. Yeah, because they're not together, obviously. So,
Very good. And does anyone else want to share what they felt? It doesn't look that way. So you felt heat, you felt tingly. You can feel a different thing on every position. So it could be a little confusing. What's happening? But if you don't feel nothing at all, stay in the position. If you feel nothing at all, then move. So that's the next position, which is crown chakra. And we just can look at this. They have a second position here for that you could use over your ears, which comes in handy in the wintertime, right? So that can be the third position. And then you can go to the back of the head, like Marilyn Monroe position. That's for the chakras come out the front and out the back. So that would be the back of the chakra. Third eye. And as you're doing it, you could read what it might correspond to. That would keep it interesting. The next one is throat chakra. I like this one because I can lean on it. This one could, I don't know, it's a little confining for me. I like this one, but whatever you like to do is good. It's thyroid, throat chakra, and anxiety, disability. So you can read that while you're doing it. Another position would be to hold your hands on your collarbone or breastbone. Of course, when we have the breast position, so it will affect emotions and physical, heart, lungs, asthma, allergies, circulation, immune system, emotional problems, etc. It releases negative emotion. So you might cry, you might get mad at somebody who just walks in. Don't yell at them. You can go under the breast for the solar plexus position. This is a personal power position also. And it also helps heal the any of the organs that are in that area, help them to relax. And the pubic bone is next. You can certainly do your own pubic area without a problem. And in this manual, the next position is the back. Above the waist would be the kidney area, or above the kidneys. That would be the back of the solar plexus. And then the next is lower back. Probably, yeah, that's a good spot for most people. The tailbone, is always asking for attention. For me, I don't know. And that would be the back of the sacral chakra. And that would, you'd complete the torso, and you can move to the legs if you want. Hips, probably hips should be next. It's not written there, but most of us would like hips to be next, right? Because they get a little achy sometimes. So you could make up your own positions of focusing on your own needs. And then they suggest here to do the kneecaps next. All the joints, the kneecaps, the ankle. Massaging the bottom of your feet, you would be hitting the reflexology points, which you probably know corresponds to all the body, the entire body. So it's like doing an entire treatment again on your body, just paying attention to the soles of your feet. And that would be a really good healing session, self-healing session. Where am I going? Let me go back here. If you feel like doing your arms, you could just make up positions if something hurts, shoulders, and elbows, and hands, you know. It can be a lot to do, you know, in one session. So I always say just do the most important positions that are important to you first, in case you run out of energy, and then try to do the whole thing at least once a day if you can, and do mini ones all day long. So do you have any questions about this?
Now, do you, can you, when I was attuned, well, first she told us to do a pyramid, but that's something different.
Yeah, Dr. Usui didn't use pyramids.
Okay.
So I do the original Usui method, but it's been changed. I mean, he was alive for 4 years. He would have changed it himself probably. So
Yeah.
it's 202 years later, there would be variations, of course.
Okay.
So pyramid,
and is it okay? I mean, is it okay to do this in bed, or
yes,
is it all right?
it's especially okay at night when you're laying down to go to bed to
Yeah.
do self-healing positions. And especially in the morning before you get up, if you don't have to run to the bathroom, to do self-healing positions and then get out of bed, because you're relaxed, you know. You can just go through them to help yourself get out of bed.
Do you do anything? Do you rub your hands before you do this, or you just maybe just
Well,
send
we teach the beginners to rub their hands so that they heat up, because touching the body with cold hands will be uncomfortable.
right?
So you can do that. That's a very good point. I never teach it. I always forget, but I do it myself. So
Okay.
good job reminding me of that one. Any other questions?
Should you use any kind of essential oils to help along the journey, or?
Yeah, you don't have to. Reiki is the healing device in and of itself, but I would encourage adding anything that brings pleasure or more relaxation and more healing. If you come to me for a healing, I'm going to use electronic acupuncture, pulsating electromagnetic frequency mat, and then afterwards I'll use tuning forks or bowls. And then depending on where I'm located, I'll play the gong. So it's crazy. It's like a crazy healing session. But you can just do Reiki, and it can be very, very powerful that way too.
Thank you. Sounds amazing.
I love the aromatherapy, though. I think you should walk around with it with you, so you can smell it or use it whenever you need it. Oh, Wilhelmina, how can I help you? There you are.
One question is, how do you, what kind of breathing do you do when you're doing these positions? Like, so how do you correspond the breath to each position?
You don't need to correspond the breaths, because you're channeling Reiki due to the initiation. The energy comes through you effortlessly. And my advice is to do always deeper breathing is very therapeutic, but it's not necessary to do that. It's almost like adding another modality of breathing. Great. But if you can't, because you're too tired, You could just let the energy come through you. That was a good question.
Lori, I have a question.
Sure.
I remember when my brother would perform Reiki on me that he would like kind of dispel the energy or like sweep it away when he was.
Oh yeah, there is it's called biosyn scanning. And when we're working on other people, we do that. So you don't have to do it for yourself, but we'll be looking at that with quick healing in a chair of others next.
Okay.
It's called biosyn scanning. So you scan and suddenly you'll feel real tingly or pulling, and you know that area needs more attention. So you pause and give it more, and then you continue scanning. Biosyn's definition is a toxic lump. Very ugly definition, but that it's what we feel when we touch an area that needs more healing, or if we feel it in the aura. That's the biosyn. Okay. Any other questions? So how many people feel that they're going to do self-healing with Reiki? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna do it.
Yay, everyone that I can see. So that's why you guys aren't on the screen. You're not going to do it.
Aw.
No, I'm only teasing you. Don't worry. That's great. I'd love to and I just want you to know that I'm going to give you a certificate for today. And so, and also I'm there. You can text me anytime if you have a question, because now you may not think of something and I will answer you. I promise I will answer you as soon as I can. So please feel free to text, because that I'll see. If you email me, I'm not going to see it for a while because sometimes I don't check them. I know it's terrible, but it's what I do.
What's your, do you have did you give us your contact information? Are you
I
going to?
can
Yeah.
send an email out to everyone with her
Oh.
contact information. Or if you
Yeah,
want to give it
and
to.
it's on the manual, the phone number to text.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I don't think I put my webpage or anything on that thing, but my phone number, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. It might be there. Should I put it on the chat?
Is it youngliving.com?
No, that should be removed. That's the oils we're talking about.
Okay.
Debbie and Linda were talking about the oils before. They're awesome. I'm trying to get to the chat. I guess I can't find it. There. Here it is. I see it. So here's my easy email is my easy web page. It's that one. And my email address, which I'll never see, is that one. No, I'll check it. And that's my phone number to text. Okay, I got all of that. So, any other questions? We can look at quick healing in a chair. It's hard to look at it without a person. Does anybody have a person they want to bring in the room to work on? You don't have to. So we could just look at the positions and imagine we're doing it. If you have a dog, dogs are a good substitute, or a big pillow.
Everybody, come in.
Oh, yeah, your pet would love this. You can do this on your pet. You can do this on your friends. Oh, there's a very cute doggy there. Oh my goodness. What's their name?
Oh, wait a second here. Buddy?
Buddy? How cute.
Yes.
Oh, what a companion. So beautiful.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
So he doesn't really have shoulders, but the way you start the healing for others, quick healing in a chair, I have it written down so you could read it later on your own, but we'll follow the pictures for now. So you would stand behind the person and stand in gasho or prayer position, ground yourself, visualize white light coming in through your crown, down your spine, through your legs, through the soles of your feet to the center of the earth. So you ground yourself, say a silent prayer or just state your intention silently. It could be, I'm a clear channel for the Reiki energy for the highest good only. Or a prayer if you want to, if you have something you say usually. Touch the center of your heart chakra to bring in the energies. You might feel heat coming in. And then you could start the session by placing your hands on the shoulders of the person that's sitting in front of you. Usually in that position, if you're relaxed enough, you'll feel energy. And when that energy calms down, you know it's time to move. If you have trouble feeling because you're brand new at it and you're nervous and you don't know if you can do it, then cup your hands and don't touch. Create cups and don't touch, just hover, and you'll feel energy that way. Much easier. But Dr. Usui, the founder of Reiki, wanted us to touch as much as possible because he knew touch was part of the healing process. Being touched, touching, it's important. So that's your first position. And when that feels clear, how is Buddy doing? Did it clear yet? Did his shoulders release? And then you can go to the top of the head. And this will remind you of self-healing positions. It's just, how do we do it on another person? This is how you do it. So you're still behind, placing hands on top of their head. People think a lot. People who think a lot are going to have a lot of energy. People who can be very calm, probably not so much. So when you're ready, you feel that's complete, then you would move to this position, which is the third eye and the back of the head. So you're moving your body to the side, facing their shoulder, facing the side of their body, one hand on the head and one hand on the back of the head. The energy is going through them. And that should relieve, headaches and things like that could easily be released that way. And if your hand's off a little bit, it doesn't matter. The energy is going to go through and do the work that it needs to do to help the person. And now if you go to the throat chakra, again, it's, just logical. You can hover over the throat. Don't grab their throat, that'd be like, whoa, just hovering over the throat and then touching the neck and the back. So the energy comes through. And you can then, when that feels complete and you'd like to move on, you can hover over the heart chakra, over the breast, not touching them, and then touch the same area on the spine and the back, holding that position as the energy moves through the front to the back, and so back and forth until complete. And the solar plexus is above the belly button, same level on the spine. Touching both positions can be touched. And then I would not do this position on another person because you could touch the wrong thing. So let's leave that one aside and just put both hands at the base of the spine in the back. Like, I don't see if you can see me. Can you see me? I don't know if you can see my butt. Wait. Like here, can you guys see that? So just that would be good to cover the sacral chakra, which is the sexual chakra, lower back. They're all part of the same. And it would feel really good on your friend and family member. And what else? Oh, so they're feeling quick healing in a chair could be complete just with those positions. But if you'd like to continue to add positions to it, I can tell you what they are and you could write them down, or does anybody want to know what to do next? Well, it would be elbow and wrist from the arm closest to you, then hip and knee to the leg closest to you. So it's one hand on the elbow and one hand on the wrist. Then when that feels complete, you would move to the hip and knee of the person. And when that clears, I would just wrap my hands around the ankle. And then if you can get in front of the person and kind of kneel down, you could put your hands on the soles of their feet. If you know them, like if it's your daughter or something, you might rub the bottom of her feet, because she's your family, so you can do that. And then go up to the ankle and then the knee and hip on that side till you find yourself back close to the heart chakra where you're doing elbow and wrist. Once you complete the quick healing in a chair of others, you can seal in the energy over the heart by making a T, something that looks like a T. So their heart is here, and I'm just placing it like that. It would look like this if someone's doing it to me over the heart. That seals in the energy. And now you can do the biosyn scan that the other lady brought up. So to check your own work, you could stretch your non-dominant hand high above the head of the person you're working on. Slowly move towards the crown, and you'll feel the etheric aura. It's thicker than the rest. You'll actually feel a difference. It's about 4 inches away, and you can scan about 4 inches away from the person you just worked on. Pretty slowly, not that slowly. And then if you feel tingly, you stop, place your hands on the area you just felt needed attention. Take a few deep breaths just to relax yourself while you're doing it. And then move away once more and continue scanning all the way down the body until you pass the feet. And you'd feel pretty confident that you got all the important areas. And then you can splash. People like to fluff the aura at the end. So they fluff up like this. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It brings you happiness. It makes you feel elated when you bring energy up from the feet all the way through the crown, like you're splashing water. And that's how you could finish the quick healing in a chair. But you have to clear yourself. So the next step for you, that person's done. You need to ground yourself again. Visualize white light coming in through your crown, down your spine, through your legs, through the soles of your feet to the center of the earth. That way you're not picking up their issues, and it's just moving through you, through the soles of your feet to the center of the earth. And then do the Kenyoko, or the dry wash. Brushing even if you want to brush your face and your hair and everything, just brushing energy out away from your body. Yes.
Does a grounding mat work?
The grounding mats work. Yeah, you could stand on a grounding mat. The earthing?
I'm sorry.
Do you use earthing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a grounding mat as well.
Oh, okay. It could work, but if you're out like doing it and you don't have your mats or things with you, you could brush.
Okay.
Let's say if you go to Walmart, you want to brush afterwards,
Yeah. Thank you.
You can bring that into everyday life, everything you can do with Reiki and for self-healing, even out in the public, to keep yourself clear and safe instantly. And that was a good question. Anybody else have a question? So I'm glad that you guys are going to do the self-healing positions. And it can only make you feel better, right?
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you're doing Reiki on another person, you're again spending 2 to 3 minutes on each position, the same as you would do for yourself?
Yes. If you don't feel anything in 2.5 to 3 minutes, I would move to the next position.
Okay. But then stay longer if you're still feeling something.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then and sometimes your hands will feel fat with energy because it just does. It feels like, whoa, what do I do now? You can just shake it out at any time, like you're shaking off water, and it will clear. And it won't hurt anybody, but don't shake it on the dog. We don't want the dog to have that. Shake it away from the dog and we'll continue. Anytime you're working on someone and you feel like you're picking up their stuff and you don't need more stuff, you can pause and ground yourself or just visualize the energy coming through your feet and then continue. Any other questions? So I think you want to probably look at, you're on the screen. Yeah. Thank you. I'm in a workshop.
I know, oh, all right.
Thank
Just
you.
wanna give you-
He just want to say hi.
I wanna give you more.
Thank you. So, much of the things that you would do for yourself, most of the things you can do for pets. So we don't really have to read through this right now, but it's very calming for the pets. The pets love it. One thing that stands out for me is that when the animals are done, they leave. Like the cats, they're going to leave when they're done. But the dogs do too. They're like, it's too much, stop, and they'll walk away. But they'll come to find you when they want more, and like flip your hand onto their ears and stuff. It's great. It's really funny. But they really do like it. And I feel like they respond well to it. So they show these as the chakras or the positions that you can use. I would say down the spine is the way to go. Behind the ears, behind the collar, the shoulders and the back, one hand on each side. And if it's your animal, you're not afraid to touch them. So feel free to do the healing anywhere at all. If you're working on a friend's animal or an animal that might not like you so much, don't do the front. Stay away from the mouth, because if they feel nervous, they might go to bite you. So just as you're petting them and then you have permission to do it, you can add Reiki in with your intention. If there is someone who has level 2 here, so what they say on level 2, you can send energy to the pet. So if your friend wants a healing, but the animal hates you, and you don't want to risk yourself, they can send a picture and you can put energy using the symbols that you get. You can send it to the animal. You can put energy into their food, the bowl, their clothes, the pillow that they rest on. So you can program items to heal also with level 2. But I think that you can do it with level 1. Let's say, for example, you didn't feel like doing self-healing Reiki. Why not get a bottle of water and fill it up with Reiki? Just intend to fill the energy of healing and all into your Reiki, into your water or your food or your medicine, or if you're having chemo, into the chemo bag before you take any of these items into you, and they will have Reiki in them. And so you can add it in that way too. I don't see why you couldn't put it on your grounding mats or your pillows in bed and feel as though you're getting Reiki when you rest on them or stand on them. Is there any question about any self-healing with Reiki or animals? So, what do you think, Christy? Do you think we're done?
Seems that way. Nobody else has any other questions.
Yeah, I think we covered it. That was good. So we have one more job for them to do, is to text me with their email address and the name they want on the certificates, and then I'll email them each a certificate.
I can text you everybody's email if that would be easier.
And the name that they want on the certificate, though. It
Oh,
might
that-
be
that's
different from
true.
what you have, so. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, you guys
I
decide.
have to see who actually came today.
Yeah, and then eventually it'll find its way to me, and then I'll send them certificates.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes, there's a question from Linda.
I wanted to know, how do you move on to the next level?
Level 2 is Reiki. 2 is Okuden, the inner teachings. And it would be advisable to do Reiki 1 for a couple of weeks. Sometimes they say 3 weeks is good. And when you have the desire to move on and you must have it, then you contact the Reiki person you want to study with, schedule that.
Like,
What town are you in?
I'm out on Long Island.
I also work on Long Island 1 week a month. So
My other question is Reiki like a gift that you're supposed to pass on, like karate and yoga used to be, which is now it's become big business, but is that the whole premise behind it? It's like a gift you have that you give to others?
probably at the beginning, I'm going to guess it was done that way, but they lived in the temple or the clinics and people brought food and supplies. So they didn't really have to pay. I don't know who your electric company is. Who's your provider on Long
Oh,
Island?
PSEG?
Yeah. So PSPG does not accept Reiki as payment. So the Reiki practitioners who live there probably need to make some money. So it has evolved to that point. But bartering is fine. Bartering's good too. If you can.
I just that I found it that some people, when I've had it done, I felt like an incredible feeling. Like I had stiff arm and it would, definitely remedy the situation. Whereas others, I didn't feel much. And I just
Right.
felt like it's a gift that some people just really, truly have.
Oh, are some people more gifted than others? This is a question. I guess I didn't understand the question.
Well, it's kind of like, you have this thing and it's like, how can you not share it with others? Kind of like the guy who's like the cat whisperer. He said he didn't plan to do this, but he just had it,
Right. So most of the people who come to me to study Reiki have already been channeling energy.
Mhm.
And they didn't have a name for it. And so then they took Reiki and got to certified, because now it's like mainstream Reiki. Reiki is not a weird thing to do. You gotta do something else if you want to be weird, because it's in the hospitals, universities, and it's acknowledged by the government. You can marry people. It's crazy.
Lori, where are you located?
I am located in Kingston and North Belmore.
Thank you.
You know where you could, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
Where can you, if you wanted to study Reiki too, I live in Manhattan in New York City. Do you know who teaches there or what schools are there?
I could find out about that.
Okay, I appreciate it because I really don't know.
Yeah.
You probably know better than I would.
Well, yeah, I don't live on Long Island anymore, so I'm kind of losing that connection, but I can ask people for you. Also, you could go to the health food store in your neighborhood. Usually there's a flyer there or online. There could be a publication called Creations Magazine. Do you have that around you? Susan?
I don't know. You mean those kind of things that are all full of ads and promo articles?
Yeah,
I don't
sometimes.
know if I have Creations, but there's another one called Natural Awakenings or something like that.
Oh, is that still around? Yeah, they
I
would
think so.
probably list people.
Yeah. Well, I just would rather get a recommendation from a trusted teacher than from somebody who puts an ad in a paper.
Yeah, I have to try to remember who's in Manhattan that I know. I know a lot of people, but I don't know if they live there anymore or if they
Okay,
practice.
thank you. I know everybody's moving out. I don't
Yeah,
blame
I
them.
know. I have to try to
They all
think of
moved
that.
out during the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
No, go ahead, Lori.
I think a woman called Teresa Rodriguez is available in Manhattan, and Cecilia. Oh yeah, Cecilia. I'll connect you with Cecilia. She's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And if you text me or just somehow contact me and I'll give you her contact information.
Thank you.
I'm glad I thought of her because I knew there was someone like on the tip of my tongue and I couldn't think of her.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You'll love her. Any other questions? Christy, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to let everybody know that I did record today's session and I'll be putting it on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and review what Lori taught us today, you can do that. Also on our website, I will be posting at some point soon, hopefully, the manual, and you can reference that as well. And I will email everybody that attended today what Lori went over if you missed any of that, her phone number, her email address that she put in the chat.
Great.
Also, I want to let everybody know we do have, it's not a set date yet, but we will have a yoga session for breast cancer survivors, but it will be open to everyone. That will be at a yoga studio in Germantown.
Awesome.
And we do have our monthly support groups on Zoom. We have 5 different ones. We have 2 for metastatic breast cancer. We have 2 for any stage of breast cancer. And we have 1 for younger survivors. So anybody who was diagnosed in their 20s, 30s, 40s, you know, you're going to be facing a very different set of life problems than if you're diagnosed at a different age. So we have those. And we also will be having it's in the works right now. We're going to be having a new caregiver support group, and that's going to focus on the male perspective. So oftentimes our husbands, our spouses, our our partners, they don't have a place to go for support. And so we'll be having that, and that's going to focus on the men, but anybody is welcome to join that for the caregiver support group. So if anybody has any questions regarding breast cancer option services, please feel free to email me, call me. You could check out our website, breastcanceroptions.org. Follow us on Facebook, we're Breast Cancer Options, and Instagram, simple enough, Breast Cancer Options as well. And that will be your best place for all the latest information for our special programs.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Well, I have available free workshops are available in Highland and also on Route 28 at the Tibetan temple there. I'll be teaching at both those places. So if anyone lives in that area, they can come for free.
Oh, that's great. Would you like to send me that information, Lori? And I'll include it into the email.
Okay. So I'll send that to you when we hang up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any last questions from anyone? Folks, thank you so very much for joining us today. And Lori, thank you so very much for
Thank you.
sharing
Yeah, thank
your
all of you.
expertise. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori and Christy. That was
Yeah, again,
really
I hope you-
informative.
So much.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I hope. Take
To
care, everyone.
everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.